Hello, my name is Jeremy Farson. I am a paramedic and current nursing student at West Coast University, and welcome to The Real Truth. Today I want to talk about one thing in particular. One thing in particular I want to talk about is community health. Community health when it comes to nursing. It's a lot. In the program itself, they make it seem like, okay, it's a small, tiny little book, but it's like, hey, yeah, remember that amount of material that you had to remember and stuff from previous classes, like fundamentals, pharmacology, anatomy and physiology, like med-surg 1, med-surg 2, mental health, and all that. We're gonna lump that on top of that little knowledge. Then on top of that, we're gonna add a proctor. Yeah, it's kind of rough. And then we're gonna be vague as fuck when it comes to like answering any type of questions on it and stuff. Okay, second point. Community health when it comes to nursing. It's a lot. In the program itself, they make it seem like, okay, it's a small, tiny little book, but it's like, hey, yeah, remember that amount of material that you had to remember and stuff from previous classes, like fundamentals, pharmacology, anatomy and physiology, like med-surg 1, med-surg 2, mental health, and all that. We're gonna lump that on top of that little knowledge. Then on top of that, we're gonna add a proctor. Yeah, it's kind of rough. And then we're gonna be vague as fuck when it comes to like answering any type of questions on it and stuff. Yeah, critical thinking. Gotta fucking that. Problem number 3, homeless. A lot of people neglect mental health. If you go to some of these mental health facilities that's located in community health areas, you're gonna notice that it's really jacked up. First, they have group sessions, which in theory that sounds good. Multiple people who have mental illnesses that come together, they might have something together that's relatable. Okay, makes sense. But then you're ignoring this simple fact. They have different shit going on. One-on-one treatment should happen. But that's another area that sucks. That could be completely different from community health. Mental health sucks. It's boring as hell. That's the key reason why they have nurse practitioners. Like nurse practitioners making $100,000 a year. Nobody wants to do it. Problem number 3 with criminal reform. Let me trigger that down for a second. Criminal reform. People with no record get arrested, get out of jail, have to pay fines. Now they can't find a job. Can't find a job because they have to say they're arrested. Now they're homeless. If you really think about it, that's really, really messed up. You go to jail, make a mistake, and then you have to then you get penalized once you get back, and then you get back in the system. Not to mention they're charging fines. I'm just saying, there's a number of different ways that like this could be handled and stuff. I see people come in and out of the ER all the time. A lot, like some use it as a form of like healthcare or just a meal, or just have whatever mental trauma that they have and have when they're homeless. It's really like something that could be fixed easily by fixing that. Here's my final point before I wrap up this video. Community reform, as far as like the homelessness, it seems like a simple fix. It really is. Like, if you focus on mental health, they probably won't get into trouble. They get into trouble, then they get then they get a record. Then they get a record, then they can't get a job. If you fix that aspect of, I don't know, probably not adding portion that they're arrested, maybe they'll get a little bit better. Maybe they'll do a lot better. Like, it's really nobody's business if you did your time. But you tell me what you think. Do you think it's a good idea for job applications to not have the whole aspect of, hey, yeah, have you been arrested? Or should it be more just a position-based situation where it could happen? Because I can understand, like, hey, being in a public environment and you're around a whole bunch of people and somebody randomly stabs somebody because they have something going on. But it's all It's a trickle-down effect. Tell me what you tell me your thoughts, and click the like button if you like, and subscribe to the channel.